Yo guys, JinSwords here, got a great battle versus the one and only Lord NBZ, or as he likes to call himself, NBZ. It's an X and Y OU battle before the Pokebang came out, which is why I'm still using Mega Lucario, because it is before it was banned, and none of us have Pokebang Pokemon. Well, I guess he has a Landorus, but, and the Volcarona, but outside of that, yeah. So, looking at his team does not really handle my Hydreigon very well, and it really doesn't handle my Garchomp very well outside of Landorus Therian form and Vaporeon respectively for, Vaporeon for Hydreigon and Landorus Therian form for Garchomp. So, yeah, if I can get rid of those two things and don't get unlucky with the swagger stuff with Klefki, I should be set to go. So, let's just get right into this. So I'm going to lead off with the one and only, the powerful Jolly Garchomp Swords Dance Dragon Claw and Earthquake, as he is going to lead out with his Trevenant. And this is the matchup I was looking for, because I was predicting him to go straight for the Will-O-Wisp right off the bat, which he does, not wanting to overpredict too early, because most Garchomps are not the substitute Garchomps. They are the Scarchomps or the Mega Garchomps. So he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, but of course my substitute goes first, which means his Will-O-Wisp will fail. And here I make a misplay. I go straight for the Dragon Claw, expecting the Landorus Therian form. But what I should have done was, I should have run a Calc beforehand, and should have known that a +1 Dragon Claw, which I'd be after a Swords Dance in the Intimidate, actually 2-hit KOs Landorus Therian form. And once I'd done that, that would have been easy sweepings from there. So, I mean, that's obviously what I should have done. But, that's not what happened. I went for another Dragon Claw just because I'm still behind his sub and he can't do anything to me. And he reveals the HP Ice a little too early, I think, for me. He should have just gone straight for the Earthquake. Because now I know that he probably does not run Stone Edge, or he doesn't run Stealth Rock. And more likely he doesn't run Stone Edge, which means that he doesn't really have much to hit my Rotom Wash, which means that my Rotom Wash is something that can take this Landorus Therian form very well, which is definitely something to know. So, I'm at -1 attack. I have no business staying in, so I'm just gonna straight go into the Rotom Wash to take possibly Earthquake or the HP Ice, and he does go for the Stealth Rocks here, which means that he definitely does not have Stone Edge. His common set is Earthquake, Stealth Rock, HP Ice, and U-Turn. Now, he's not going to go for U-Turn here, which is a little strange. He goes straight into the Trevenant. I'm going to go straight for the Will-O-Wisp just because, it works on anything he goes into except for the Volcarona. Burns this thing, gets residual damage off. Neuters the Landorus Therian form except for when it faces my Garchomp. And it gets very helpful against his... I don't even remember what he had, but he had the Scizor. If he wanted to bring in the Scizor, would have neutered that. So, predicting the Grass type move, he'd probably want to go for the Horn Leech. I'm going to go straight into Hydreigon. He goes for the Leech Seed. I'm very offensive. I am the Scarf set, so Leech Seed doesn't really mean too much to me. And here he makes a crucial misplay. I could kill him with either the Dark Pulse or the Fire Blast, but because he has absolutely nothing on his team except for the Vaporeon to take the Fire Blast, which coincidentally can also take the Dark Pulse very well, I'm just going to go straight for the Fire Blast. Just because there's no reason not to. If I miss, I miss, whatever. He's probably not going to stay in anyways. And he goes to the Klefki, which does not eat up this Fire Blast. It's going to do massive damage, not quite taking it out, but leaving it at enough HP such that any of my priority users could take it out with priority. Rotom Wash could probably take it out with a Volt Switch. And knowing this, I'm actually going to go straight into the Rotom Wash, just because he can't do anything against me. Foul Play Swagger is not going to do anything to me. I don't have very high attack. So he's going to get up a layer of spikes, as I'm just going to go straight for the Hydro Pump just to knock him down, which is going to take out the Klefki, and that is going to be a early 6-5 advantage to me, although he does have the light screen up, which will come into play later. Now he's going to go into Volcarona here, and that's obviously, red light, I need to get rid of this thing now. If I lose I need to use Azumarill now, and it's too bad if he had Giga Drain, that would be, really bad for me, and in which case he'd be able to sweep me. So I do have to make a, I have to make make a bet. I have to take a chance. And I go into Azumarill. He goes for the Bug Buzz, and this does so much damage. I'm max HP Azumarill. Even with a critical hit, that still does so much. I think I can take 2 of those actually, plus 1 Bug Buzzes, regardless of without crits. But judging by that damage. But I am able to hit him with a Waterfall, and that's gonna take down the Volcarona. Now he's gonna go into Scizor, Mega Evolve straight off the bat, and I really need this Waterfall to a KO so he doesn't set up 2 Swords Dances, because if he sets up 2 Swords Dances, I am screwed. Because, even after the burn, if I, do hit the Will-O-Wisp, he'll still be at effectively plus 1 attack, 50% more attack, which is still very, very high. And judging by that damage, it does look like a 2 KO, which will force him to go for the Bullet Punch next turn, taking down my Azumarill. But this will allow me to bring in the Rotom, and I will be able to hit him up with a Will-O-Wisp, as he's not going to want a Bullet Punch just because it's quad resisted. And thankfully my Will-O-Wisp does hit, which means that he is burned, and at this point he's effectively crippled. And he's going to go for the Thief. I don't know why he's Thief. Thief is a terrible option. Night Slash, which it learns by either level up or egg move, I don't remember which one, is much better. It has more power, higher chance of critical hit. Not to mention Thief's added effect of being able to steal the item makes does not come up at all in any battle because he has the Mega Stone, which cannot be, taken off of the Scizor, which means that he will never have no item, which means that he will never be able to take an opponent's item. So, of course, he's going to go for the Thief. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. Alright, I'm going to switch into Lucario, and because he's burned, even though he is at +2, I know I can take any one of his hits, unless he goes for, the Superpower or the Brick Break. So I'm just going to Mega Evolve. He's going to go for the Bullet Punch, because even with the burn, it still does quite a bit of damage. It does, 2 hits, 40% damage, which is pretty good. And because of the light screen, I will miss out on the KO with the Aura Sphere. As you'll see here, the light screen wears off. And I'm going to go straight for the Extreme Speed just to take him out. But he lives, which is super unfortunate, because he will be able to get up another Bullet Punch off, which means that I will be at lower HP, which will come into play later. Now the burn's going to take him down, and he makes another misplay here. He goes straight into the Trevenant, which can't actually do anything to me. He's going to go straight for the Protect. That's not a big deal. He's just going to scout out what I want to do. I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball here, and, it doesn't do it. It has no difference between Shadow Ball and Flash Cannon right here. Just because Adaptability does the same thing as Super Effectiveness, which means that they're both effectively 160 base power. So I'm just going to go straight for that Flash Cannon. He's going to miss his Leech Seed, but that is not going to matter at all. He's not going to regain enough HP. He would not have regained enough HP to be able to take another one, even if he went for another Protect. And the HP that I'm at will not actually make a difference later in the battle when he brings in his Vaporeon, and I go for the Aura Sphere, and he is going to be able to take me down with the Scald. So that's where the Extreme Speed Miss did come into play. Extreme Speed Miss KO did come into play. However, the Leech Seed would have made up for that fact anyway, so, it's not exactly too big of a deal. So now I have the Rotom. He has the Vaporeon. He can go into Landorus Therian form, which is his only other Pokemon besides the Vaporeon. He only has 2 left, whereas I have, I believe, 4. He's gonna get the Intimidate off. He's gonna predict the Volt Switch, which is a good play. Just because I stay in just because I don't think he can take me down with the U-turn, because that is his only move that I know that he can hurt me with besides HP Ice. But he is able to take me down surprisingly, and that will leave it 3-2 in my favor. And of course, he's gonna have to switch right back into his Vaporeon, which is not a big deal because at that range of HP, I think Scizor can take it down with 1 U-turn. So I just bring it in, Choice Band and Scizor, which is a max attack, adamant, super powerful, base 130 attack. U-turn, get the stab. It's super powerful. I'm gonna go straight for that U-turn. And, well, I miss out on the KO yet again. It's not too big of a deal. He's just going to go for Scald as I go into my Hydreigon, which, of course, is going to eat that up. No problem. Even if he gets the burn, which I believe he does not, It will not make a difference at all. And I should just be able to go for Dark Pulse here and win the game. Hopefully, assuming Dark Pulse takes down the Vaporeon and takes down the Landorus Therian form, which I hope that it does. I do get a critical hit here. I do not believe that mattered at all. He would have nothing to retaliate to me, except for maybe the Ice Beam, if he ran it. But, you know, I still had Scizor and Garchomp in the wings, both of which can handle Vaporeon, and together of which can handle Landorus. So that's not too big of a deal. I'm just going to hit Landorus with the Dark Pulse. It's going to miss out on the KO, but I do get the flinch. So, you know, a little bit hacks at the end, but I will be able to take him down with another one, which will leave me in a 2-0 victory. So if you guys enjoy this battle, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And thank you guys for watching, and see you all later, YouTube.